in general, just being in the studio with you and how you would take so many small pieces of so much dope things, and you wouldn't even be able to know that came where it came from.
That's the genius.
It chopped it so crazy. It just all these little pieces of the beats, little magic that's in there. That's
the energy is in it though.
Yeah, the energy is in the record.
What is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's having fun now, going deeper in what we have. So like taking samples and shit and actually going more inside of them, finding the pieces that hit me, and when I find them, that's how I'm building and making rhythms and generating this feeling. But it's not, it's all sounds and shit, right? You could do whatever with sounds now.
Yeah, you can.
But for me, it's dope because it's just there's different ways of doing shit, different ways of flipping beats and putting things together. So
I forget where I heard it, but there is just the only difference is the older sounds you're like using are recorded differently, and those older recordings are recorded magnetically. And the reason some of those recordings are so different and have so much is because it was a lot of people in that room when it was recorded.
Yeah.
And perhaps whatever activity was going on in that room was recorded because it was magnetic. It wasn't ones and zeros. It wasn't a simulation of a sound, which doesn't mean anything made today sucks. All I'm saying is like, so you're carrying another energy in with the energy it gave you.
Yes.
And using it. That's real. The chop, that's real.
Yeah.
That's the musicianship of hip hop.
Yeah.
Is the motherfuckers that can chop.
Yeah.
Because that's where it's at. Then you made it your own. Then you're not sampling a loop.
Yeah.
You're doing with you're breaking it further and further and further down.
And I started that way.
Yeah.
I chopping loops and 4 bars and 8 bars, and then when I started making beats with computers, you can take things so long and take different sections of beats and flip them, reverse them. But I got tired of doing that, and I needed to challenge myself to like, man, what's gonna really move me? And chopping was the answer for me. Still, I love to do that.
Wait, what you want to do first? What do you want to do first? Did you want to produce or did you want to rap first?
I was rapping first, doing rap since I was a very young kid, but always been around the production.
What was your first rap name?
It was always Scoop.
It was always Scoop.
Always Scoop.
Yeah.
MC Scoop.
MC Scoop. When did Deville come?
Deville came later on when I was in like high school. I was a bigger kid, so my pops was like, "Man, you're a big kid in your school, so we should call you Scoop Deville." And that was like my name. I was like, "Oh, that's a cool name. I'm gonna keep it," and it just kind of stuck with me.
Yeah,
always running ideas.
And everybody who was around me would always, love to say my name. Scoop Deville. What up, Scoop? Scoop Deville. And it just kind of stuck with me. Everybody says my name in the records that we do and things like that. It's a blessing though, because it's like a cool name and just cool history behind it too.
I gotta say, I was there for like a couple of his first onstage mic rocks. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And
that's awesome.
Frost would bring him out. I think you were like 5, 6 years old or some shit like this.
Yeah, yeah.
Out there rapping the ABCs on beat in front of thousands.
A B C D E F G. Like
in a cadence. You know what I mean? That was like
let me bring it back.
The very first shit his father, kind of had him ripping on, and then just getting used to being in front of thousands of people doing this. And without hesitation, he came in. You had a dope haircut back then too. I gotta tell you, it was fucking.
Yeah, I had like the mullet. I had like the crazy long hair.
Pictures. Come on, Frost.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring one. I'm gonna bring one in.
He was rocking.
I'm gonna post one.
He was rocking a cool little mullet out there, bro. Went out there, rocked that crowd. It was at UCLA. That story I tell you that he brought you out at UCLA, and then there was another lowrider car show out maybe on the east side, like towards San Bernardino or something like that. Brought you out on that one.
I got photos of
there's many he brought you out, but I'm saying those were the first 2 that I had seen. And that's when I knew he was gonna do this.